Hey Bougie click. Have you ever noticed how some men test our boundaries, trying to see how much we'll tolerate? It's almost like they're playing a game to see how far they can push us. Well, in this video, we're going to uncover why it's so important to stand firm and never let a man take advantage of your kindness. Maya Angelou didn't mince words when she said, "When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time." She hit the nail on the head with that one. Today, we're talking boundaries, respect, and valuing yourself. You're worth more than gold, and don't you dare sell yourself short to appease anyone. Are you ready to level up? Perfect! Because it's time to own your self-worth and take control of your relationships. Let's dive in and start living the life we deserve. Cracking the Code, Women's Guide to Understanding Men's Tests. Men often test women by persuading them to do things that diminish their value in the men's eyes. When a woman complies, the man loses respect for her, despite being the one who initiated the request. This behavior serves as a measure for men to assess a woman's self-respect, influencing how they perceive and categorize her. Like, if a man cheats, it is a clear indication that he does not genuinely value you. Accepting such behavior only results in a loss of respect. Many women believe that if a man cheats, and they break up with him, but he pleads to reconcile, it signifies his true desire for them. However, in actuality, a man may just prefer having multiple relationships, or he still wants to use you, like for instance if you cook or clean for him and pay half the bills. When a man consistently behaves poorly until you are compelled to leave him, then he seeks to return, it does not indicate genuine interest. A man who truly values you will choose to do right from the start. It's a test. Some women also assume that a man is only with a new partner because she no longer wants him. However, women typically choose to leave due to the man's inappropriate conduct. Women rarely leave when a man is doing right by her. When a man is continuously doing wrong by you, it is often because he wants you to break up with him. Men don't want to be the bad guys by leaving because they want to leave the door open to come back if things don't work out with the new person. And most of the time things do not work out with the new woman because the men are the same horrible person they always were. When things don't work out with the new women, the men usually come back, and the exes usually allow the men back into their lives. These men usually persist in their previous behaviors, including infidelity. It's a test. There is a common notion that a man will not leave but will resort to cheating. This is women once again lying to themselves because they want to believe that they will choose them over anyone else. But if a man cheats with a woman who values herself and demands commitment, he might choose to leave his current relationship for her. Men often engage in affairs with women who are aware of their existing relationships. However, if he respects the woman, he may mislead her by claiming to be single or going through a breakup. When a woman he respects seeks more commitment, men are sometimes willing to part ways with their current partners to fulfill those demands. Men will frequently maintain contact with their pick-me exes because the new partner that has respect for herself won't do all the things she used to do or put up with his behavior. The new partner may not go to great lengths to keep the man content. Despite being cheated on, mistreated, or unsupported, many women allow men to return simply because the men did not initiate the breakup. Some men possess the ability to shift blame onto women for their mistakes and shortcomings. It's a test. The majority of women tolerating such behavior are not married to these men, and the men have no intentions of marrying them due to the lack of respect. Most of the time, if they are married, these women are going 50-50 or contributing more financially and emotionally. Men remain in these relationships for their own benefit and not love. A woman who respects herself and exudes confidence naturally commands respect from others. Self-respect involves setting boundaries, knowing one's worth, and not settling for less than one deserves. Confidence is attractive and signals to others that she values herself, which in turn encourages others to value her as well. That is why a man will constantly test you to measure just how much self-respect you have. This way, he knows exactly how much he can manipulate you. When a woman lacks self-respect and confidence, it significantly impacts how she is perceived and treated by others, including men. Without self-respect, she may struggle with low self-worth, making it difficult to set boundaries and assert her needs. This can lead to situations where she is taken advantage of or disrespected. Confidence is crucial for earning respect, and without it, a woman may find it hard to assert herself, leading to others not taking her seriously. Emotional dependency can also arise, where she relies heavily on others for validation, creating an imbalance in relationships and making it easier for men to disrespect her. Behavioral patterns such as being overly accommodating or avoiding confrontation can signal to men that she does not prioritize her own well-being. The paradox of testing: how compliance can lead to diminished respect in relationships. In the complex dynamics of dating and relationships, men and women often engage in subtle tests to evaluate each other's compatibility, character, and long-term potential. One intriguing and paradoxical aspect of these tests is when men persuade women to do things that, if complied with, diminish their value in the men's eyes. This behavior, while seemingly contradictory, serves as a measure for men to assess a woman's self-respect, significantly influencing how they perceive and categorize her. The nature of testing in relationships. Testing in relationships is not a new concept. It often stems from a desire to understand the other person's boundaries, values, and level of self-respect. Men, consciously or unconsciously, may test women by persuading them to engage in behaviors that challenge their principles or self-worth. These tests can range from minor requests to more significant demands that push the boundaries of comfort and integrity. The paradox of compliance. When a woman complies with such requests, the initial reaction might be one of satisfaction or validation for the man. However, this compliance can quickly lead to a loss of respect. The paradox lies in the fact that while the man initiated the request, seeing the woman comply can make him perceive her as lacking in self-respect or easily swayed. This perception can erode the foundation of respect that is crucial for a healthy relationship. Psychological underpinnings. Several psychological factors contribute to this paradox. Firstly, there is the concept of cognitive dissonance. When a man persuades a woman to do something that diminishes her value, he may experience internal conflict. To resolve this dissonance, he might rationalize that the woman must not value herself highly if she is willing to comply. This rationalization helps him align his actions with his beliefs, albeit at the cost of respect for the woman. Secondly, there is the power dynamic at play. By persuading a woman to comply, a man may feel a temporary sense of control or dominance. However, true respect in a relationship is built on mutual admiration and equality. When compliance is achieved through persuasion, it undermines this balance, leading to a loss of genuine respect. The impact on relationships. The consequences of this dynamic can be detrimental to relationships. A woman who repeatedly complies with such tests may find herself feeling undervalued and disrespected. This can lead to a cycle of diminishing self-esteem and increasing resentment. For the man, the initial sense of validation can quickly turn into dissatisfaction and a lack of genuine connection. Embracing authenticity and self-respect. To break this cycle, it is essential for both men and women to embrace authenticity and self-respect. Women should feel empowered to set boundaries and stand firm in their values, even in the face of persuasion. This not only fosters self-respect but also commands respect from others. Men, on the other hand, should recognize the importance of mutual respect and equality in relationships. Instead of testing boundaries through persuasion, they should seek to understand and appreciate their partner's values and principles. This approach fosters a deeper, more authentic connection based on mutual admiration and respect. The nature of the test. Initiating requests. Men might initiate requests or suggest actions that challenge a woman's boundaries or values. These requests can range from minor favors to more significant compromises. The underlying intention is to observe how the woman responds to these challenges. Observing compliance. When a woman complies with these requests, especially those that go against her principles or comfort zone, it can lead to a loss of respect from the man. This reaction stems from the perception that the woman lacks self-respect and is willing to compromise her values for approval or acceptance. Assessing self-respect. The core of this test lies in assessing a woman's self-respect. Men often value women who maintain their boundaries and stand firm in their principles. Compliance with diminishing requests can signal a lack of self-respect, leading to a negative reassessment of the woman's character. The paradox of compliance. Loss of respect. Despite being the initiators of these requests, men may lose respect for women who comply. This paradoxical reaction is rooted in the belief that self-respect and integrity are crucial qualities in a partner. When a woman compromises these qualities, it can lead to a reevaluation of her worth. Power dynamics. This behavior also highlights the power dynamics in relationships. Men may unconsciously test women's boundaries to gauge their strength and independence. Compliance can be seen as a sign of weakness, while resistance can be viewed as a demonstration of strength and self-assurance. Categorization. Based on a woman's response to these tests, men may categorize her into different roles or potential future partners. Women who maintain their self-respect and boundaries are often seen as more suitable for long-term relationships, while those who comply may be viewed as less desirable for serious commitments. The importance of self-respect. Maintaining boundaries. For women, maintaining boundaries and self-respect is crucial in navigating these tests. It is essential to recognize and assert one's values and principles, even in the face of persuasive requests. This not only preserves self-respect but also fosters mutual respect in the relationship. Building authentic connections. Authenticity and self-respect are foundational to building genuine and lasting connections. When both partners respect each other's boundaries and values, it creates a healthier and more balanced dynamic. Women who stand firm in their self-respect are more likely to attract partners who value and appreciate them for who they truly are. Empowerment. Understanding and navigating these tests can be empowering for women. Recognizing the importance of self-respect and the impact of compliance on a man's perception can help women make informed decisions in their relationships. It encourages a shift from seeking approval to embracing one's true self. Here are some examples of diminishing requests that men might make to test a woman's self-respect. Compromising personal values. Request. Asking a woman to engage in activities that go against her personal or moral values, such as lying for him or participating in unethical behavior. Impact. Compliance can signal a willingness to compromise core values for approval, leading to a loss of respect. Neglecting personal boundaries. Request. Pressuring a woman to share personal information or engage in physical intimacy before she is comfortable. Impact. Yielding to such pressure can indicate weak boundaries, which may be perceived as a lack of self-respect. Prioritizing his needs over hers. Request. Frequently asking her to cancel her plans or neglect her responsibilities to accommodate his needs or desires. Impact. Consistently putting his needs first can suggest that she values his approval more than her own priorities and well-being. Changing appearance or behavior. Request. Suggesting that she change her appearance, such as losing weight, dressing differently, or altering her hairstyle to suit his preferences. Impact. Complying with such requests can imply that she is willing to change fundamental aspects of herself to gain his acceptance. Isolating from friends and family. Request. Encouraging her to spend less time with her friends and family, often under the guise of wanting to spend more time together. Impact. Agreeing to this can lead to isolation and dependency, which may be seen as a lack of independence and self-respect. Engaging in risky behavior. Request. persuading her to engage in risky or illegal activities, such as excessive drinking, drug use, or reckless driving. Impact: participating in such behavior can indicate a disregard for her own safety and well-being, diminishing her value in his eyes. Financial exploitation. Request: asking her to lend money, pay for expenses, or make significant financial sacrifices for him. Impact: complying with these requests can suggest that she is willing to compromise her financial stability for his benefit, which may lead to a loss of respect. When men do not respect women, they exploit them in various ways, often prioritizing their own needs and desires without considering the woman's feelings or well-being. This can manifest in manipulative behaviors, such as emotional manipulation, where a man might play on a woman's insecurities to control her actions. Additionally, men who lack respect engage in dishonest or deceitful practices, such as lying or cheating, knowing that the woman may tolerate such behavior due to low self-esteem or fear of confrontation. These men might also take advantage of the woman's resources, whether emotional, financial, or physical, without reciprocating or showing genuine care. Ultimately, the lack of respect leads to a dynamic where the woman is used rather than valued, creating an unhealthy and imbalanced relationship. This is why you should never let a man spin the block. The more you tolerate, the less he respects you, especially if the relationship isn't balanced. If a man does something wrong, the consequences should be proportionate to his actions, and there should always be consequences. Always make sure you're getting more than you give. Your time, energy, and love are precious, and you should never compromise your morals or values just to keep a man around. Remember, you deserve respect and admiration. Stay true to yourself, uphold your standards, and don't settle for anything less than you deserve. Empower yourself by setting boundaries and demanding the respect you deserve. Your worth isn't determined by a man's opinion but by your own self-respect and confidence. In relationships, it's crucial to maintain a sense of balance and fairness. When you give too much without receiving the same in return, it creates an unhealthy dynamic. Stand firm in your beliefs and values, and don't be afraid to walk away from situations that don't serve your best interests. Your happiness and well-being should always come first. It's also important to surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Seek out relationships that are built on mutual respect, trust, and admiration. These are the foundations of a healthy and fulfilling partnership. Don't let anyone make you feel less than you are. You are worthy of love, respect, and all the good things life has to offer. So, keep your head high, your standards higher, and never settle for anything less than you deserve. You are a queen, and you deserve to be treated like one. Embrace your power, love yourself fiercely, and let your confidence shine through. The right person will see your worth and cherish you for who you are. What do you think? Are you failing men's test? Let me know in the comments section. Stay bougie.